And welcome to the Oran Parker Raceway, qualifying underway for the Curious.org ARCA series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. See Ethan Evers in the 8 on track currently, very close to an off track right there. He's on his second lap around. Needs to get his time in. See the blue front and rear spoiler on this race car. That means he's in one of the 12 drivers in the playoffs. That's going to be an off track. This lap not going to count for the 8 of Ethan Evers. He will stay 5th place. See who we got towards the front. Boy Cody Cleaver. Cleaver takes that top spot. King Boyd jump back on top. Lap number 2. Lap number 2 much slower for Boyd. So Cody Cleaver currently your pole sitter. Roebuck completes his qualifying lap. Hoytsman is down there off the track. He's completed his. Cliff Mullins down there as well. Quinn Newton sitting on pit road. Adam Crozier out on track. He's completed his qualifying. He's just out there riding around. Casher Neves has not set a lap time yet. Out on track. See if he gets this one to count. Another car flying off the end. Can tell these guys don't have to pay for the race cars after they crash them. Mike Edwards out on track, the 14. It's college night for the Sidewinder Racing League's ARCA series, so see a lot of college cars. This one's got UNC on board. This track no longer exists in the real world. It's now a housing development, so preserved in the memory of iRacing at this point. Edwards now officially starting his first lap. Everything we watched was a warm-up lap. Montrose puts in a 2-minute lap. That's impressive. I also have the 12 of Kyle Heckert, new to the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. He's out on track in the 12. Get a better camera angle when they go on the front stretch, because that is really far away. I think TV won't work, but we have to keep jostling between them. Refuge with the water hydrates. Here you go. I think a track like this where it's only 45-second lap, don't really need the 10-minute road course quali. Mike Edwards jumps up to P6 on his lap and takes it to the pits. 12 of Heckert gets a little out of shape through turn 7. Back in, started to come around, had to really slow it down. Let's see if he improves. Does not, slows down on lap number 2. So he will remain 13th. 15 cars have taken quali time. 22 cars are here. 7 have not bothered to go out for a qualifying lap. Well, actually, 2 of those did try and didn't get a time that counted, Montrose and Casher Neves. So 2 cars attempted to qualify, didn't get a time. 5 others never went out on track. Llewellyn, Davison, Asherbrenner, Alkire, and Sloan. So we have nothing to show you for the next 350. We'll just sit here and pass the time together. You guys can tell me funny stories. We'll go down and interview somebody. This Mike Edwards wanted to go back out on track. Even though this lap won't be any better, we can watch him at least. Going off-roading. Be entertaining for the next 3 minutes. Watch him get DQ'd. Hello.
Hello.
Stop.
You just gonna goof off for 3 minutes?
I'm about to destroy it here, hopefully.
Straight into turn 1 like everyone else is doing?
Yeah, sure. Well, that was very anti-dramatic.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, that's a bigger word. I can't say that. Still rolls, but maybe not.
That was less than exciting. We're all just watching your hood flap up and down.
Yeah, I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck in the mud, I guess.
Hate when that happens. Garrett Boyd's madness and BS because he lost by 1/1000th of a second to Cody Cleaver for the pole.
I hope one of them win, honestly.
He's too fast anyways.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Cody DG, gotta got me.
Yes, sir.
Well, it looks like you're gonna get the pole here with 2 minutes left and nobody on track. How do you feel about that lap time you put down beating Garrett by 1/1000th of a second?
Man, I actually feel awesome. And like obviously in practice I was running 3/10 off of that. So that lap that I put down, I was just wheeling it all the way around. I got loose in a couple spots, but I just kind of stuck it in there and kept going.
Sounds hot.
Didn't realize I know, right? But yeah, no, feeling pretty stoked about that.
Good times. All right, now I'm gonna go grab Garrett and see how mad he is.
All right.
Which chat were you in, Blockbuster?
Yes, sir.
Heading down. All right, Garrett, let the whining begin.
I'm not gonna whine. I ran a 43.0 in practice, so I'm not too worried.
Yeah, and you just didn't do it here.
You know, qualifying's not our strong suit.
Couldn't back it up in quali, so now you got to figure out how to get around Cody Cleaver.
I'm more of a hot lap hero here lately.
How do you feel about the course overall and how the racing is going to be with 22 cars out on track?
It's gonna be real imperative to get around people as fast as possible because you get hung up behind somebody through the back section of the track, and you're just gonna kill all your time and any gap that you had.
Team 4. Blake Roebuck saying it is a go-kart track. Is that your feeling about it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, if you run the North course, then you'd feel the go-kart track. That's way smaller. This is
Yeah, but the full we should have ran the full track. I like the full track a lot more.
supercars run here, so you know it's a pretty decent track. Well, we used to until it became a housing development.
Yeah, rest in peace.
All right, well, we'll let you get to it. Congrats on your second place starting position, and good luck.
Thank you.
Garrett Boyd qualifying P2, getting our top 2 wins since we had a really long qualifying session. And here we go, onto the racetrack. Iowa State Cyclones car on the pole. Let's go ahead and jump on to our starting lineup cams. We got Cody Cleaver, Garrett Boyd, your front row, Iowa State and Oklahoma State. Also has Oklahoma on the other side, so I guess it's both, but the side of the car we're going to see the most of
Christopher, but I'm assuming you're complaining about being next to me again?
will be the Oklahoma State.
I hadn't actually said anything yet, but I wasn't going to necessarily complain. I was just going to point out that we ended up being next to each other again.
Blake Roebuck starts in the 3rd spot at the App State Ford Mustang this week.
We'll see after turn 1 if it's a complaint or not.
Blake has changed over to Ford for starting the playoffs here, so interesting maneuver there.
For sure, complaint.
Lucas Hoisma in the Jeff Gordon DuPont throwback starts in the 4th spot. Blake Giglio has all kinds of crazy things going on here with the Labor 12 and CTC racing. It's just a mess. Just a mess going on this car. Oh, he rolls off in the 5th spot. Mike Edwards, not pictured, would be beside him in the UNC race car. He'll be rolling off 6th. Cliff Mullins also has a UNC Race 22 Pontiac. He starts 7th. Ethan Evers, Georgia Bulldog Swiss Army Chevrolet, starts in the 8th spot. Quinn Newton, shockingly not in an Iowa Hawkeyes car.
Hey, Cliff, if you can hear me, can you refresh me, please, and thank you.
He'll be rolling off in the 9th spot. Andrew Hayes
The chaos is better.
rolls off in Wisconsin car, starts in the 10th spot.
Shut up, ego, man.
Jason Palmer in the 25 starts in 11th.
Let go my ego.
Jeremy Clapper starts in 12th in the Martin Sports Ford Mustang.
So if you can't be bringing out these new paint schemes, because I look out for you when I'm racing.
Kyle Heckert
I'm
starts
incognito.
in 13th in the Lockhaven University
I want
Chevrolet.
everybody to think that I'm Mike.
Adam Crozier rolls off
Don't
14th
hit
in
him.
this
I'll laugh in the clapper.
absolutely disgusting Virginia Tech car. Jonathan Ledger running some sort of Galadue University Dodge. Sure, I butchered that, but that's about what it looks like. Your guess is as good as mine. Anybody knows how to pronounce it, go ahead and let me know. Billy Davidson in his usual Power Peralta Kia. Asher Banner not shown on track. Dudes Castro Neves Auto Nation Honda starts 18th. Ian Montrose SpaceX Chevy starts 19th. And Christopher Alkire. Well, he's now shown 19th, but yeah, we're underway. Very short amount of time to get going. Make it through turn number 1. Roebuck already falling to 3rd. Lucas Heusman in 2nd, chasing down Garrett Boyd in the 38. Very small track as far as lap times. Should be around 45, 46 seconds. Cameras get a little lost sometimes too, so bear with those. Garrett Boyd, Lucas Heusman 1 and 2. As we come around turn 7, head back to the start-finish line. Oh, the 4. Cody Cleaver loses it. Cleaver goes around out of turn 7. Gets it turned back around. Local cautions only this race, so that's not going to be a yellow. Boyd, Heusman top 2. Roebuck falling to 3rd. Giglio in that psychotic looking 16 car in the 4th spot. At least he has his playoff banners on. Mike Edwards in 5th. Cliff Mullins 6th. Quinn Newton 7th. Ethan Evers in the 8th spot. Kesha Neves has his Honda 9th. You have Ian Montrose rounding out the top 10. Montrose is in the playoffs, just does not have banners on. So this one to keep in mind, doesn't have the blue markers, but in the playoffs. Andrew Hayes is 11th. Klepper Newell in 12th. Kyle Eckert, newcomer to the series, he is 13th. Jason Palmer 14th. Billy Davison got those blue markers on, he is 15th. Chris Alkire missed it by 1 point. He is 16th. Cody Cleaver has fallen all the way to 17th after that early race spin out of turn 7.
Sorry.
Jonathan Ledger is 18th, and Crozier is in the pits with heavy right side damage. I believe the 45 had the toe.
Won't you?
See if we can find out what happens to Adam. That is significant contact for the 45. I believe that is turn 5. Turn 4. That's turn 4. He just stuffs it in there. Had the toe. Yikes. So the 45, Adam Crozier, bins it. Lucas Heusman has taken the race lead. We can run back and find how that goes down. Just give me a hot second to find it. There we go. That's definitely not it. Something jumped in the way. Heusman was blinking a little bit as he passed him. Boy, he got out of shape. Entering that same corner we saw Crozier crash in. Boyd giving up the lead to Lucas Heusman. That's how all that went down. Now Heusman out front as we start lap 5 of 60. Heusman around the slow turn number 1. Makes his way down through 2 and 3. The sharp left-hander for 4. Quick right left for 5 and 6. Here's 5 and 6 down the hill, then up the hill to 7. Back to start finish. Tried on board with Garrett Boyd as we watch him and Heusman up front. See him following Heusman down into turn number 1. It's actually just a little connector road between 2 portions of the Grand Prix track to make it a little bit shorter. Now we're back on the main track. Through the right-hand turn 2 and the left-hand turn 3. Sharp left for turn 4. And here's the quick right left. And up over the crest, down the hill, and into turn 7. It's a rather short lap. A lot going on. 7 turns, 45 seconds. Cross the line. That is a lap around Oran Park South. See Huisman closing in on the 28 of Jonathan Ledger. We'll have to keep an eye and see if that traffic plays any kind of role in our lead battle here, as these two have 3.5 seconds over the rest of the field. Cody Cleaver in the 4 has hit pit road. Leaders easily navigate the 28, no drama there. See if we can maybe find out what happened to the 4. Oh man, the 4 is around again. Let's see what happened there. You need to find a way to fuck it up. What happens? See you coming in hot. Lock it up, around you go. And then you just towed it to the pits. So Huisman out front. Working lap 8 of 60. Garrett Boyd trying to keep in touch. Blake Roebuck now 4 seconds back. Has Blake Giglio closing in. Quinn Newton currently in a 5th spot, just ahead of Mike Edwards, Cliff Mullins, Ethan Evers, and Ian Montrose. Quite the battle from 5th spot to 9th spot. Those 5 cars all in touch with one another. Bunch of playoff drivers in there, 3 of them. Well, 4 with Ian. As Ian goes off track in the 1, a little bit wide. Fortunately, the pit road exit's there, so got some asphalt to get back onto before getting on the racetrack. That'll drop him back a bit. Got Edwards, Mullins, and Evers. 3 playoff drivers, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Quinn Newton puts a little distance on him. I believe Edwards might be holding up Mullins a little bit, at least through the slower parts of the track. See if Cliff's able to make a move heading down into turn 1. He peaks, but he's a little too far back. I believe that's the 28 off track. Jonathan Ledger in the 28 car, trying to get back on track. Ledger also in the playoffs. Ledger struggling a little bit here in the road course. Not an easy place to start your playoffs. Garrett Boyd still not letting Lucas Huisman get away. Huisman closes in on the 54 of Davison. Tough spot to catch traffic. Now Boyd right on the back bumper of Huisman. See the 12 of Eckert is off track. That's 13th place, going a lap down. Oh, Boyd brushes the wall. It's tough beginnings to all the playoffs as Xfinity hits Darlington tomorrow too. Huisman coasts it down into turn 1. You see the fire coming out the pipes as he rolls off the throttle. Garrett Boyd trying to get power down behind him. You see the back end of his Chevy dancing all around. Huisman now nearly a full second on Boyd. 3rd place Roebuck still has Giglio in his crazy looking machine. Right up behind him.
Sorry.
I think Mike Edwards just killed a man.
No worries, I'm just out here having a good time.
Let's go back and see what happens to Mike Edwards. Looks like he might get in the back of Quinn Newton. Just not enough braking in the 14. Newton goes off course in the 5. Gets it back on track and gets going again. So rough break for Quinn Newton. So Mike Edwards gets into the back of him a little bit. Every time out of 1, those 2 cars were sideways trying to get the power down. Boyd trying to keep Huisman honest. Huisman sliding it through turn 4 there. And up through 5 and 6. Man, these two are putting on a good show. Who's that backwards in 7? That looks like the 12. Eckert. Kyle Eckert struggling on his debut a little bit. Sitting on the track in turns 7. If we got an admin in broadcast, could somebody let him know he should tow out of that position, please? Hoyts on board 1-2. Roebuck, Giglio battling for 3rd. These two cars both in the playoffs. Roebuck having a bit of a blink. As Giglio closes in on the back of him, that gets a little scary. Eckert's still sitting there in 7. Somebody tell Mikey to get him to tow. Cliff Mullins in the 5th spot. Comfortably in the 5th spot. It's 11 seconds back from Giglio and has 1.2 over Ethan Evers. Evers has Montrose not too far behind, so Montrose starting to rebound after his mistake.
Why do we have a guy sitting on the track?
There we go. Somebody noticed. That is
12
Bandio.
car, I need you to tow.
There we go. Kyle Eckert finally getting asked to tow the car off of turn 7. Quinn Newton, Dudes Castro Neves battling for the 9th spot. 69. Quarter of the way through our race. Watch this battle for 9th spot. Eckert finally has towed, thank goodness. 12 car now in pit road. Klepper Newell has made a pit stop. Not sure if scheduled or unscheduled for him. He is now showing 2 laps down. He's got Quinn Newton and the 06 of Dudes Castro Neves right behind him. Appreciate it, Timber. See if Clapper able to get out of the way or just rides in front of him and tries to drive away with the fresher tires. Newton going to look to the inside. Looks like Castro Neves is going to try to go through as well. Newton does get by. Castro Neves, see if he can get the power down and get the pass complete. Does so.
Okay.
So those two are through. Now they got the 73. Andrew Hayes trying to keep up with those two in front, but has that lap machine between. Looks like the AutoNation Honda went off track a little bit there. Castro Neves falling back from Newton. Hayes still needs to get by the 21. Up front, Hoyce was putting a large distance over Garrett Boyd now. 2 seconds. The margin back to Boyd. Boyd hanging on for 2nd. Roebuck and Giglio still nose to tail for 3rd. See Blake trying to get the power down, sliding it off turn 7. And it's a long front straightaway. Here comes Blake Roebuck in the 30. Giglio in the 16 following in hot pursuit. The battle for 3rd, Cliff Mullins was pretty comfortably over Ethan Evers. Now Ethan's starting to close in the 8 car. They work their way by the 25 of Palmer. Evers not able to get through cleanly on Palmer, so that's going to cost him some time.
Stay high.
I believe that's Palmer giving him the spot there.
Appreciate it.
Now you got the 1 of Ian Montrose trying to get through. Whoa, that got close. Montro's out of shape. What a save by Ian Montrose. That thing was sideways. I got you, Jay. Remind me. Remind me and I'll get you. Montrose was a hell of a save as he came across that dirt a little too much. Trying to get past the 25 of Palmer. Edwards currently in the 8th spot. Quinn Newton trying to recover after getting tagged by Edwards. He's in the 9th spot. Castro Neves is in 10th. Saw the 43 Chris Alkire giving way to those lead lap machines. So Castro Neves, the 06, 10th place, last car in a lead lap. And how far is that gap? Right there. Lucas Hoytsman not far away from lapping 10th place. A third of the way through this race. It is impressive what Hoytsman can do. Our very first champ in Sidewinder. We're on season 6 now. He was season 1 and 2 champ. Gets into Jeremy Clapper, shoots him up into Chris Alkire. Calamity in turn 7 takes Lucas Hoytsman down off the track. Hoytsman not going to be happy with that. Garrett Boyd gets by for race lead.
Attempt has 2 single file lap cars. Sorry, buddy.
Garrett Boyd in race lead after Lucas Hoytsman. Now Hoytsman off track. Hoytsman probably a little unhappy, driving a little bit aggressively, I would guess. Garrett Boyd out front now. Lucas Hoytsman still second, but third place now right behind him. Blake Roebuck in the 30. So Hoytsman, Blake, and Blake second, third, and fourth. They have the 54 of Davison to navigate. Giglio is going to get a good run on Roebuck here as he works through the traffic. Roebuck to the outside of Giglio. Giglio going to take that bottom line through 7, see if he can get enough power down to beat him back to turn 1. That was a very unfortunate place for Roebuck to catch that 54 of Davison. Now they're drag racing down the front stretch. Roebuck going to lift off early. Giglio going to drive it in deep. Does he drive it in too deep though? He does get way too wide in that 16. Roebuck back to his inside. Roebuck going to hold on to third for now as Giglio falls back to fourth. You heard him say on the radio he tried it. He certainly did. He gave it a full send there. Now Hoytsman and Clapper back together again. We'll see how this goes. Clapper blocking him to the inside, then driving in way too deep. Hoytsman following him in way too deep. And these two probably need to realize they have different agendas here.
You didn't have 14.
Now Giglio and Roebuck side by side again. The Blakes doing battle. So watch these two head down into the corner. Here come the Blakes. Hoytsman's feeling like he was brake checked by Clapper. We watch too much going on at once. Now Clapper intentionally pushes the 97 wide. I feel like the 21's about to go around if he keeps that up. I wouldn't even blame him at that point. Yep, pushes him off the track again. Turns the 28 around. Hoytsman finally gets through the 21 car. Now that Blake and Blake are right there with him. Just completely unnecessary for a lapped car. Hoytsman finally gets it dealt with and hangs on to second, but Garrett Boyd now has an 8-second lead after all that drama from the 21. Man, oh man. Hoytsman now sideways. Way to hang on to it there. Very deep into turn 4. Now we got a 3-car battle for second. Hoytsman and the Blakes. Roebuck and Giglio, third and fourth. Tokyo drifting, yes sir. 97 was slideways. Nice and tidy through turn 1 this time. Oh, I'm sure, Bill. They gotta be screaming. We work on lap 26. Here comes our race leader to put Palmer another lap down. Big beef. Big beef. Palmer comes Under fire from our leader. Leader going to complete lap 26. Garrett Boyd cross the line. They really need a camera in the middle of that. It's hard to see when they cross the line there. Garrett Boyd now comfortably in the lead. Took up some time in traffic there, but still 7 seconds up, so not hurting too bad. Hoytson currently second. Roebuck holding off Giglio for the moment. Blake all over Blake. 16 looking for a way past our 30. Giglio's sliding that thing. That's going to be a little too deep. Keep it out of the wall. Wow. What a save by Giglio. And he didn't even lose that much time. That's the most impressive part. How about that out of the 16 and Blake Giglio sliding off in turn number 6, riding through the dirt and the grass, staying out of the wall, and only losing about a half a second. That's insane. We'll let him reel that back in. Big time lucky. Showing off those dirt racing skills there. Big time. Cliff Mullins just kind of out on a leisurely cruise. All by himself. 10 seconds behind Giglio. 5 seconds above Evers. Speaking of Evers, there he be. 6th spot. He's got 6 seconds ahead to Mullins and 8 seconds back to Montrose. So he's kind of on an island. Here's Montrose. Montrose has Edwards and Castro Neves not too far behind, so a little bit of battle there. Absolutely. I would have been destroying my car at that point. Garrett Boyd coming through. 5, 6. Down the hill to 7. It's getting close to lapping Castro Neves in 9th. Boyd makes his way cross start finish to start lap 30. See the 5 Quinn Newton coming out of pit road. Newton in 11th spot at the moment, 2 laps down. Keep an eye as Boyd makes his way to start finish and lead halfway here. Going up the hill through 5 and 6, disappears down into 7. And that's why we don't keep it on TV1, but we'll see him cross the line better on TV1. Garrett Boyd through the long straight, cross the line. Halfway leader, Garrett Boyd. Doesn't pay anything in this series, but cool to know. It's bragging rights. Hey, I'll let it halfway. Let's check out the battle between the Blakes. Lucas Hoisman has hit pit road in the 97. Saw him sliding every which way. Those tires been screaming. So the 97, Lucas Hoisman hits pit road. 73 of Hayes, Andrew Hayes, also on pit road. This guy's coming in to take fresh set of rubber. Those general tires changed out. Garrett Boyd, race leader, hits pit road, 38. Garrett Boyd brought his car to pit road. See if Roebuck comes in or stays out. He's staying out. Giglio, 16 on pit road. See what Mullins decides to do in a 37. Cliff decides to stay out. So Blake Roebuck, race leader in the 30. Cliff Mullins takes over second. Hoisman back on track, fallen to 8th after his pit stop. See if Roebuck comes down this time. Looks like he is planning to do so. See the 30 make his way into that strange pit entry here. 31 miles an hour because I believe it is 25 kilometers an hour, something like that. I think it's the other way around, 35 kilometers an hour. You get my point. Cliff Mullins hanging on to race lead. So Castro Neves decides to do. Stays out. Edwards, Montrose stay out. So the top 5 have not come to pit road yet. Wonder what happened with our pit cycle there.
Pit man here.
So Lucas Hoisman is currently 4th, now 3rd.
You have it here, Lucas.
Garrett Boyd is 6th.
Hey there.
Garrett Boyd had a 7-second lead over Lucas Hoisman. But that has gone away. Hoisman is out ahead of Garrett Boyd. Fascinating. Boyd's pit stop total 20 seconds. Lucas Hoisman was 14, so 6 seconds lost in pits. Not sure what happened to Boyd there to make that happen, but 6 seconds lost in the pits. We'll have to ask him post-race. See if Mullins finally comes to pit road. Mullins stays out. So we'll continue with leader Cliff Mullins. 2nd place, Lucas Hoisman. Mike Edwards holding up Garrett Boyd. Mike Edwards has not pit yet. Edwards currently 3rd. Loses the inside to Boyd. See if Edwards comes down this time or not. Edwards stays on track. So no pit for Edwards or Montrose. Castroneves staying out as well. Giglio is pit. He's currently in the 7th spot. Roebuck is 8th.
Sorry, Lucas, I didn't even know you were back there. I was too busy trying not to die.
You're good. You got me plenty of room.
Go back to TV2. 2v3 can show anything. See if this is any better. It's kind of a cool angle. Mullins finally on pit road. 25 to go. Cliff Mullins on pit road. Can't see him. He's there. Hoytsma around turn 1. Here's 2. Left-hander of 3. Sharp left-hander of 4. Up over the crest. Down the hill, then back up to 5. Another crest down to 7. And we'll ride with this one for a while. Pretty good coverage. So Lucas Hoisman, 97, has taken the race lead by 3.3 seconds over Garrett Boyd. Boyd slowly drifting back. So Hoisman made up, what, I guess 10, 11 seconds over the course of that pit stop. So it's more than just the 6 seconds where Boyd lost, actually stopped in the box. Mike Edwards currently in the 3rd spot. Kind of isolated. You have Blake Giglio in 4th. As Edwards goes off track a little bit, is he able to hang on to it? Yes, he did. 14 car very out of shape. Coming over the hill from 6. Montrose in the 5th spot has Castroneves and Roebuck in tow. Castroneves not part of the playoffs. Roebuck in 7th is. See a little bit of left front lock up from the 06 as Montrose goes wide in the 1. That's going to allow both these cars through. Montrose going to fall to 7th. As Roebuck and Castroneves move through. Moves Castroneves up in the top 5. Blake Roebuck 6th. Cliff Mullins, after leading all he did, he's currently in the 8th spot.
Hey,
Still on the lead lap after his stop, so that's good. Looks like the one car of Montrose has decided to come in. Only other cars not pitted yet. 14 of Edwards and the 06 of Castro Neves. So Giglio makes his way inside Edwards, moves up to the 3rd spot. Montrose gave up the chase. He is pitted.
Pitting the spot.
That's Castro Neves' car. Edwards does hit pit road, as does Castro Neves, so both coming down. Both cars that had not pitted yet. And now we should be for a straightforward race from here on out. Lucas Heusmer, your race leader, by 1.6 over Garrett Boyd in the 38. Oh Lord, look who's together. 97 and 21, together again. Hopefully this goes better than the last time. Doesn't look like it's going to. I believe the 21 got a little too deep there, paying attention in his mirror. Hoytsman takes advantage and clears the lap traffic. But the 21 definitely moved down in the middle of the straight there. Hoytsman carries on. Garrett Boyd now under 2 seconds, 1.8 the gap.
Sorry about that.
To go. It's not my job to give that opinion.
Okay. Touch Garrett Boyd try to run down our leader. Lucas Hoytsman, that Dayglow red car up ahead. Boyd in the wall. Really trying to get an angle down here for turn 1. Got the 54 of Davison off track, gets around him. Davison currently running 13th, 4 laps down. Hoytsman's closing in, I believe that may be the one car. No, that's 43. Chris Allkire. Allkire is also 4 laps down. Downshifts into 7. Swings it out wide towards the wall, gets it straightened out. Gets on the accelerator. See some right side damage for that 43 car. Had a little bit of contact. Lucas looks to the inside, shows the nose. Bandio goes ahead and gives him the corner. Hoytsman gets a little bit wide. Stays on track. Now 38 of Boyd, going to have to navigate the 43. Has to go a little wide through turn 2. 1.4 the gap now, so it's come down a bit as Hoytsman's catching some traffic. Hoytsman's next car, I believe. It's one of the 2 Tar Heel cars. It is college night here in Sidewinder Racing League, so a lot of college-themed cars out on track. You're feathering the throttle here.
Thank you.
That was just me not trying to wreck you. Apparently you don't want to touch the grass.
No, grass is bad. That's true in pretty much any kind of slick tire car on a road course. 15 to go from Oran Park South. Still can't tell which Tar Heel car that is. Let's go find out. It's not Michael. It's Cliff. There you see race leader Lucas Hoytsma coming up over the hill. Down into 7. Currently only 5 cars in the lead lap. But one of those is Garrett Boyd. Oh, we have a crash. Jonathan Ledger
Thank you, Billy.
involved in that one.
Go
Cliff
figure.
Mullins, Jason Palmer in it. Hoytsma's now closing in on 37 of Mullins. These two have had issues on a road course before, even though they are friends. Hoytsma held up by Mullins one time before, allowing Giglio to get a win. On a road course, I believe it was Sonoma. Garrett Boyd there, but it has to get the power down, and it is dancing all over the front straightaway. That's going to lose quite a lot of time. Boyd now back a half second, was much closer coming off of 7, but could not get the throttle down. Saw that car dance every which way. Gap now up close to
Sorry about that.
a full second.
Nice.
4 cars left on the lead lap. The other 2 are Blake and Blake. Just check in on them real quick. There's Giglio. Got 1.7 seconds over Roebuck. That's the farthest the Blakes have been apart this race, I do believe. Got the 5 and the 21 both on pit road here. 5 may have departed the race. Like Newton was off course. See how that happens. Quinn coming through turn 7. Team across the start finish, heading down to turn 1. Does not get it woed up in time, heads off course. Just toes it. Quinn Newton bailed out. Lucas 1 second over Garrett Boyd. Boyd hoping for more lap traffic to get another shot at him. Is a car up ahead. Probably going to catch it. The 11, now 10 laps that we have remaining. Let's run through the field. Palmer's still out there. He's 16th, still on track. See him coming out of pit road area. Jonathan Ledger's been through the ringer. Got some damage to his Dodge. He's currently in the 15th spot. Quinn Newton has towed it off track. He's currently scored 14th. He'll drop down to 16th here in a few laps. There's Alkire. Alkire's 13th. Currently 5 laps down. Clapper Newell, 21 car, 4 laps down. He's 12th. Billy Davison just got around him. Davison, same lap as him, 4 laps down. 11th spot. Ian Montro's currently 10th. SpaceX Chevrolet, he's 2 laps down. Andrew Hayes is 73, 1 lap down in 9th. See, he's got Lucas Hoytsma coming to put him 2 laps down. Oh, the 8 of Ethan Evers goes around right when we go look at him. He is sideways on the track in a terrible spot. Here comes Lucas Hoytsma. This is going to be bad. Lucas Hoytsma gets collected. Garrett Boyd does not. Lucas Hoytsma, just an innocent victim there. Crashing into the 8 of Ethan Evers. Garrett Boyd takes away the race lead due to that. Just wrong time, wrong place for the 97. He got in there collecting Ethan Evers' Wrecked race car. Don't believe there was any malicious intent in that. Just really bad luck for Hoytsma. Garrett Boyd now in the race lead by 10 seconds over Lucas Hoytsma. Still holds the second spot. Beta would like to tell you, goddamn jar of peanut butter.
Sorry, Lucas. People were going behind me. I thought everybody's going behind me, so I rolled forward.
No, you're good. I saw a hole at the bottom, and then you moved. I just tried to go low. It's my fault. I know you couldn't do anything. You're good.
So there is the discussion between the 8 and Hoytsma. Hoytsma just feels like he picked the wrong spot. Now he has 10 seconds to try to catch up on
Sorry.
Garrett Boyd, race leader.
Oh, good.
Only 7 laps to go. It's going to be a
You had
tall
to
order.
choke up to me earlier a bunch of times.
But as we saw, things can happen.
I'll
Garrett
be
Boyd.
honest, like, I'm ready to go to bed. Anyway, like, I'm ready to take a break. But, like, I'm just daydreaming right now.
Blake Giglio riding in third as Blake
Stop
Roebuck
fighting.
looking to his inside. Giglio get out of shape into one and goes off track. That's
There you
going to
go.
give the spot to Roebuck. Blake Roebuck goes through to third. Giglio falls to fourth. Giglio now the last car in the lead lap. He is now 1.3 seconds behind Blake Roebuck. 6 laps remaining. Oran Park. Looks like Palmer is on pit road again. Currently 15th, 9 laps down. 22 cars connected the race this one. Only 19 cars actually started it. Garrett Boyd crosses the line now. 5 laps to go as he heads down into turn number 1. Gap back to Hoytsma, 9.5. Hoytsma's going to need something to happen to Boyd to recover from that incident with the 8 car. It's funny, EJ. EJ, you know you're in the playoffs, right? You could have been in this race, making playoff points. Roebuck makes his way through turn 1. Looks like Giglio is starting to close that gap back down, now under 6/10. I got you. Yeah, I don't get those in notifications. I'm just making sure you knew. There's a few people that didn't, so we'll see if you're able to take advantage and move on anyway. We're watching this battle because it's a 10-second gap between leader and second, and then second to third. So, most interesting thing happening right now. The Blake and Blake show, third and fourth. Let's jump on board the 16 and watch it from his car. I'm getting the grass a little bit. My goodness, that was scary. Giglio giving that thing a ride. Lost quite a bit of ground there. The 28 Ledger getting up out of the way. Ledger still plugging along 14th. I saw Pitt on the board. I was very confused. That was just the game being silly as Garrett Boyd had a blink. It's all over the 30 of Roebuck. Giglio is. He's going to be able to do the over-under. Not quite. The Blakes have 2 laps to settle this one. Lucas Hoytsman's still about 10 seconds back from Garrett Boyd. He's going to need a miracle Hoyt's going to get back up into the lead. Just unfortunate situation with a lap machine spinning out. Hoytsman just chose wrong direction to go on it. White flag in the air for Garrett Boyd as we stay with the Blake and Blake battle for now. These two cars 20 seconds behind race leader. Let's see if Giglio can get any kind of run off the turn 7 here. Nothing doing there. We'll go check out Garrett Boyd. So he makes his way through 5 and 6 for the final time, down into 7. Garrett Boyd going to come off turn 7, take victory in his Oklahoma State Chevrolet. Nicely done, Garrett Boyd. Lucas Hoysma definitely had a strong car today, just unfortunate circumstances drops him back to the 2nd position.
Good race, everyone. Good win, Garrett.
Blake Giglio.
Yeah, I shouldn't end it that way, but oh well.
Little off track. Giglio trying to speed through it on the outside, gets into the outside wall. Giglio crashing across the line. Giglio just
tried. Good race, man.
full scent there, trying to get that spot away from Roebuck.
I can't believe I got that run off the grass.
Mullins gets the 5th spot. Castro Neves 6th. Edwards 7th. Andrew Hayes 8th. Ian Montrose 9th. And Ethan Evers in 10th. Garrett Boyd celebrating in his 38 car. Cliff Mullins coming to celebrate with his 2 Extreme teammate. As Cliff blinks out and drives through him. I appreciate it, Sharks. That was entertaining. I like that track. Let's get our top 3 to the waiting room. Roebuck, Lucas, and Garrett Boyd. Blake, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you had a hell of a battle there with your Blake counterpart, and you put on a good show for us for 3rd and 4th. Hope you enjoyed it out there. How was your race?
I'll tell you what, if you people watching that race did not have a fun time watching that battle, I don't know what kind of racing you like, because that was so fun. Me and Blake raced so hard the whole race. I held him up the first run, and then I don't know what happened. Lap cars or something held him up, and I caught up to him, passed him, and oh man, that was so fun.
It looked like a lot of fun. I was jealous I wasn't out there. I do love this track. I've never actually run the South. I've run the Grand Prix, but this track is really, really fun, and it looked like the ARCA cars took to it pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a road course guy at all, but that was the most fun I've ever had running on a road course. I will definitely do that one again. The only thing that was tough was the lap cars. I would catch them at the wrong time, kind of where that, like, little, whatever you want to call it, little snake in the hill. I always got held up there, but other than that, man, it was super fun.
Yes, sir. What caused you to switch from Chevrolet to Ford this week?
Well, I don't want to give away certain something that hasn't been announced yet, but one of our teammates got a deal in real life, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, we're rocking the Ford now, which is crazy because I've always been Chevrolet my whole life, so it's definitely different. I drive a Ford Bronco in real life, so that's different. But
There you go.
yeah, brought the App State Chevrolet or Ford. See,
Yeah.
here we go. Brought it home in 3rd place. I want to thank my team over at Ford Bite. We're gonna put on a run, that's for sure, for all these championships. We got let's see, ARCA Cup, Blue Legends, and Super Late Model trucks. So we'll see what we can do.
Got a lot to go for. You got your friends, family, sponsor shout-outs to throw down for us?
Yeah, again, just want to thank my sponsor, Appalachian State, and Luke Combs, Funky Tulip, Taz Mraz. Want to thank everybody that watches me every week, and yeah, thank you guys for putting on the broadcast and putting on these races. It's fun. You guys should check them out at Sidewinder Racing Leagues.
All right, bud. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Sure thing.
Blake Roebuck getting a third place finish tonight. Go ahead and bring in our second place finisher, Lucas Hoisman in the 97. Lucas, DG, you got a copy?
I gotcha.
Well, your car was really, really fast. Unfortunately, you had some issues with some other cars getting in the way a little bit, and didn't quite work out your way. But tell me how your race was.
Pretty fun track. I had a blast out there. This track it's like an oval and a road course mixed together. It's awesome. And that second to last turn is probably one of the best turns I've ever gone through. It's so satisfying every time I go through. But pretty clean race for the most part. A lot of fun. A lot of side-by-side racing. I was surprised. Some extracurriculars with some other cars. I'm not too worried about it. The deal with the 8, nothing you could do. I tried to go for a hole and then it closed, and that's that. Garrett was fast all night. He's saying he doesn't deserve it, but that dude, I mean, I think he was gonna pass me either way. He was catching up to me so fast.
Didn't you had the 21 being the 21? I don't know if you want to mention that or not, but you can if you like.
I would not like to comment on that at all.
10-4. I got you, bud. Well, it looked like a really fun race other than the bits of drama. And like you said, this track, I'm jealous you guys got to drive it. I wanted to know how it would have felt like. Those ARCA cars look like they really took to it really well.
Oh, highly recommended. I vote we go here next season. I love it.
10-4. All right, bud. Congrats on your second place finish, and we'll let you get on out of here and keep rolling.
Thanks, man. See you next week.
Lucas Hoisman in the 97, bringing it home P2. Now we bring in tonight's winner, Garrett Boyd in the 38. Garrett, DG in the booth, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, your house divided car comes home in the very top spot, so I guess having both those schools on the hood kind of worked out well for you.
Yeah. The reasoning behind that is my girlfriend's an OU fan and I went to OSU, so it's always a constant battle in the household.
And that makes sense why the driver's side is the OSU side.
Yep. And it looks better. If you really look at it, it looks better. I'll spend a little bit more time on that side.
As you should, right? That's good stuff. Well, you got the victory tonight. Tell me how you're feeling about the race tonight.
Not the way I wanted to get it. I would have really liked to be able to race Lucas for the win. And I mean, we messed up on the pit stop, and that kind of threw that away and kind of closed our gap back up. And I was looking forward to getting to actually race with him a little bit.
Yeah, we were all wondering what happened on your pit stop. You had, what, a 7-second lead coming in, and you were 4 seconds behind coming out. So what cost you there?
Yeah, I forgot to tell it to fuel the car.
Oops.
So I had to, they changed tires, and then it set the car down and told me to go, and then said wait, and then it fueled it, and then it let me go.
so not taking fuel and tires at the same time cost you 11 seconds, and
yeah.
Well, I guess the luck came to you, and the lapper kind of got in the way of our race leader, and then you were able to get the victory. So I guess it might have been good for you to be a little 11 seconds back behind that. You didn't get piled up into it.
Yeah, definitely. Probably, if we would have been racing each other around that, we would have definitely got into a little bit more altercation than they did. I don't know what his deal is. It's not racing to block a leader, so.
Oh, different guy.
What it is.
Different guy. I was talking about the 8 car.
Oh, 8
I know.
car. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
He wrecked me last week. I don't like him anyway.
Oof. All right, Garrett. You got the race win. You got any friends, family, sponsors, shout outs to give out to us tonight?
Shout out to Cliff and Adam and 2 Extreme Motorsports. We always try to work together a little bit on race days to try to figure out what the best way is. Kind of the collective thoughts this week helped us out a little bit. So, yeah, big shout out to them, and then girlfriend and you for streaming this deal.
That 8 car in chat just said, "Damn." Just put it this way, Ethan. He's teammates with Cliff, and you know how Cliff is, so of course it's going to be like that.
We're a rowdy bunch.
All right, Gary, we'll let you get on out of here, celebrate this win, and we'll catch you in the next race, bud.
Thanks, DG.
Gary Boyd, 38, getting the victory tonight in Oran Park South. Let's go ahead and check out our final results here as we jump on over. Ba-boom. Garrett Boyd, race winner by 10 seconds over Lucas Hoisma. Blake Roebuck, Blake Giglio, 3rd and 4th. Put on a whale of a show. Those 2 Blakes battling it out. Cliff Mullins, 5th. Castro Neves gets a 6th spot finish. Mike Edwards, 7th. Andrew Hayes, 8th. Ian Montrose, 9th. And Ethan Evers round out your top 10. Jeremy Clapper Newell, Billy Davison, Christopher Olkire, Jonathan Ledger, Jason Palmer, Quinn Newton, Kyle Heckert making his debut, gets 17th, Cody Cleaver 18th, Adam Crozier 19th. Daniel Wallen did not actually start the race, though he is shown as 20th, Will Asherbanner 21st, and Afton Sloan 22nd. Those 3 cars did not start the race. They will not get credit for those positions. So the top 19 are the ones you need to worry about. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We do have to say this has been iRacing.com. You can go there, pick up a subscription, or you can get this car and this track, come race with us, and then head on over to dgsracing.com. Click the big red snake. That'll take you to our Discord where you can sign up, run the ARCA series that you just saw tonight on Mondays. Tuesday, we have the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series. Wednesday, the Butt Kicker Cup Series. Thursday, doubleheader with the iRacing iFlag Super Late Model Series and the StackUp.org Truck Series. Friday, we do some fun hosted races with our Twitch channel. Then Saturday, we do the StackUp.org Legends Series. That's always a good time. And then on Sunday, we have the Lordco Auto Parts Street Stock Series. So we run on asphalt and dirt. Come check them all out. It's a good time. We got racing every single night, so we got you covered. Come hang out. We'll love to have you. We have to say have a great week. Appreciate you guys. Playoffs are getting underway. This is quite the way to start the playoffs, so I hope you are sticking around for the next 5 weeks. We got all kinds of championships to be decided. Thank you so much for being here, and enjoy your week.